Here's Maddie. Hi, everybody. It's Marilyn, Goldenrod Primitives. So excited to see you on a Friday. I really got to get to work. I don't have time to do this, but I wanted to show you some things and say, show you some things and of what I've been working with on this week and talk about what I want to do at the beginning of the year. But I follow Kim Bliss on YouTube, and I just love her. She is just as cute as a button, and she talks about all the things that she wished she had done, all the things that she's going to do, the things that she should have done, and um, and I was watching her and yesterday, and I was thinking, you know what? That was going to be my last video that I gave last week, and I decided I'm going to do one more video, and I want to talk about what we did last year, how my year was, and what my plans are for next year. So, as you all know, 2025 was um, a busy year for me. And I didn't get to do as much YouTubing and as much Etsy and as much on my website as I wanted to because we had a lot of life events. My mom was with us, and she was just, busy with living and keeping me busy. And then I had a great granddaughter born. So she's my second one this year. And so I went up to Philly to welcome her into the world. And then I came home, lost my mom just a couple of weeks ago. Well, about a month and a half ago now. And so it's been a wild year. But one of the things that we did get to do, and because of my caretaker that I had, my caregiver that I had, Carissa and my grandson, they came over and watched my mom while my husband and I went to Alaska. And I got to share some of my pictures with you. It was amazing. I didn't think that Steve would ever go on a cruise. He always said he didn't want to go on a cruise. He said if he couldn't fish on the side of the boat, then he wasn't going to go on a boat that he couldn't do that on. But obviously can't do that on on a cruise. And he also said he wasn't going to go on a big boat with a million people. He said, I'm just not going to do that. If that's what you want to do, then you'll have to go with some of your friends. I'm just going to stay home. So he had a friend that went and on a cruise on another cruise line, and they had a great time. They came home, told Steve about it, and Steve told me, he says, why don't you look into that? I said, oh, now you want to go. Now you want to go. And he said, oh, but I want to make sure that we go on a smaller ship, and I want to go to Alaska. And I said, okay, so can I plan it? And he said, yes. And I said, okay. So I had planned on going on a cruise a couple of years ago during COVID. I had planned on going on a cruise. Obviously, had to cancel that. Actually, no. Yeah, that was one cruise. I was going to go on the river cruise during COVID. That got canceled. And then I was going to go by myself, meet some ladies, and go to Scandinavia, over that way, Norway, go on a cruise over there. I was going to fly over there by myself, meet some women that I did not know that I had met online. I was really excited about that. But then the war started, the Ukrainian war, and we decided that it would be best that I didn't go. So had to cancel it. However, the lady that helped me with that cruise got my deposit back. So I used that deposit to actually, I put it away, and I said, well, one day I'm going to go on a cruise. So I just used that money that I had gotten back from the cruise to go on this one with Steve. And we had a fabulous time. I'm going to put a couple of pictures. I may even do a video just on Alaska. That's a bucket list thing. If you ever want to go on a cruise and can only go on one, go on Oceania. It's a small ship. I'm not being paid to do this or anything. I'm just telling you, it is a fabulous. We went on the Riviera, one of their older ships, but oh my gosh, it had been revamped. It was beautiful. And we went all the way up, went to, Juneau and Ketchikan and golly, I can't even think right now. We went to where the glaciers were. We went to Victoria, Canada. Flew out of Seattle and came back into Seattle. We were gone 10 days. The cruise was 10 days. It was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous. It was the best thing. And it was the best one for Steve to get used to, because I have to tell you, he is ready to go again. And we have plans to go to Iceland. We want to go to Iceland. I want to go to Scotland. So I told him, I said, can we make it to where we fly out of New York, go up to Iceland, and then over to Scotland and Ireland, and then fly home? And he said, well, I don't know about all that, but so keep your fingers crossed. I hope that I can get him to do that. So anyway, I'm going to put some pictures at the end of here, or I may even just do it now and then transition over into the next thing I wanted to talk about. As I said before, I didn't get a chance to do a lot of things on my Etsy store and on my YouTube channel because Mom, needed me. And as you all know, I lost Mom about a month ago, and so it's been life-changing. And I'm getting used to not having the routine that I had. And so I started thinking, okay, now that that part of my life is put to bed, I need to go on. And I know Mom would want me to. And so this is where I'm at. So what I did yesterday, this week, I've been kind of playing around with some of my projects that I had started, but I had to kind of table. And one of them was making, oops, I had it upside down. One of them was making rug mugs. Not rug mugs, mug rugs. Mug rugs. I got to go to work. Mug rugs. And I made them out of a punch needle or punch rug. This is my design, and it's also my hand dyed wool. This one is just an eye patch. I love to quilt too, and so I thought, well, I want to get some quilting into my rug punching, and so I did an eye patch. This one isn't done yet. This one's not done yet. It's a set of 4. What I did was, let me get this one over here. I want to show you this one. This one here. This is the one I have my coffee in. And it's perfect. Perfect. So I had planned on putting a kit together because last summer, Steve put together about, 5 or 6 frames for me. And I had planned on putting this kit together and putting my Oxford needle in there. I mean, I still have them, but I really haven't put them on the website yet because I didn't have my patterns done. And I do not like to put anything online unless I've done it first to make sure that it works and it turns out well. So I have to tell you, it turned out really well. I'm finishing up this one. This one I'll finish up this weekend. So the kits will go on at the beginning of the year. I'm going to miss Q4, but that's okay. I'm not into that right now. Q4 is a busy time on Etsy, and I've sold a few things, but not a whole lot. But it's okay. It's okay. But these are going to go on, and at the end of the video, I have the how to finish it, and I want to show that to you. So I'm going to show that to you at the end of the video. But I will say that when I started doing rug punching, probably about 7 years ago, something, I can't remember how long it's been. I started doing rug punching, and I bit off more than I could chew. And I thought, you know what? If somebody really wants to learn how to do this, they need to actually do it when it's not too hard. Because if you do something that's too hard, then you're going to put it down and you won't come back to it. These are very easy. So the kit will be available. I'm even thinking that maybe I might just sell the patterns, themselves. I don't know. That's one of my goals for the beginning of the year, what I'm going to do at the beginning of the year. And so I'm going to put on there, I'm going to put, I think it's like 6 minutes of me finishing up one of these. It's really, really cool. I'm going to do a voiceover on the that part of it so that I can tell you exactly what I did. But there is a special thing that I learned from Amy Oxford when I was first learning how to do this. She was my go-to gal, and showing how to use your monk's cloth, which you cannot see. You don't see the monk's cloth because it's been punched, but using your monk's cloth as your thread that you actually sew this up with. So you're not using cotton thread. You're using cotton monk's cloth is what you're using. And I want to show you, I really thought that's the best way to go. It's very heavy duty and it's good. It's very good. So you'll see it. One of the other things I wanted to talk about just on this, and then I'm going to have to go, is that, in the video that I just did just a couple of days ago, and I was talking about my pillow and how hard it was and all this, this is one of those projects that you want that heavy wool. You want it to be rough. You want it to be able to stand up to hot cups. You want it, I use these also because this one here, this was the first one I did. I've used this as a hot plate on the table, and it protects my Duncan 5 dining room table in there. So I've got these sitting around for people to use, and it's great. So it's not just a mug rug. It's a trivet. You could use it as a trivet, a mug rug, a candle holder, a candle, whatever gets hot, you can put this, and it really, really protects your furniture. And it's pretty. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you this time. When the family gets here next week, we are going to have a nutcracker painting party. And I'm going to do a short video. It's going to be a short. I'm not going to be doing any talking or anything, but I'm going to add that as soon as the kids leave. I'll put that up. But then that will be the end until 2026. Well, y'all, if I don't talk to you before the holidays, and like I said, the one that I'm going to do, I'm going to put it up, but I'm not going to say anything. So I just hope you have a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays, just to have some family time, enjoy the end of the year, and not hopefully, it is going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year, 2026. 2025 was a great year. Things do happen. Life happens. We have to accept what happens, and we have to go on. And that's just, the way it is. Y'all, my cup runneth over. Thank you so much for joining me this year, and thank you for being, faithful, and those of you who have been following me. I really appreciate it. I don't have very many followers yet. Oh, if you want to subscribe and follow, you can. Like whatever they say on here. You're also going to notice that I don't go in and do much editing. So I've got a lot of ums and a lot of this and a lot of that, but that's okay. I want it to be more me. I want you to look at this and say, oh, well, I'm just sitting down, having a cup of coffee with Marilyn and listening to what she has to say. I may not have much to say, but I enjoy doing it anyway. All right, everybody, happy holidays. Bye-bye.